A part of the reason why Serena Williams was called a legend was her brilliance as a tennis player, and the other part was her legendary trash-talking skills. Serena was a killer on the court. She had a fine mouth and she wasn't afraid of anybody. This explosive combination led to the most savage moments in tennis history. 10. Penalty for coaching and racket abuse. Williams received a code violation and penalty point for coaching and racket abuse. After the match, Williams furiously denied receiving any coaching and accused Ramos of sexism, sparking a global debate about double standards in sports. She later received a $17,000 fine from the tournament's officials. He took a point away from me after claiming I was cheating, and I wasn't. I fight for women's rights, equality, and other causes. When I said thief and he took a game, I felt like I was making a sexist remark. He's never taken a game from a man just because they called him a thief, Serena remarks. Number 9. Classy response to the drug accusation. I've never tested positive, Serena Williams replied to a reporter who inquired about her use of prohibited drugs. Williams' response was calm and collected, and netizens praised her for handling a difficult question classily. When a reporter asked Serena about drug use during the post-match press conference, she quickly shut her down with grace and facts. She responded by addressing the reporter and revealing that she'd never tested positive for illegal drugs and about her poor health during the French Open in 2015. 8. When she lets a judge know she's not the one. Serena Williams' spectacular meltdown in the US Open semi-finals reinforces a modern tennis truism: nothing irritates players more than the foot fault call. Williams was exhausted and reeling in a match against Kim Clijsters and was called for a foot fault on a second serve in the second set. It provided the Belgian with 2 match points. Williams appeared to accept the call initially, but then she walked towards the lineswoman and let rip where she savagely retorted. After being warned, she was penalized a point, giving Clijsters the set and the match. 7. The Twitter encounter with the legend player. Serena Williams hit back on Twitter after John McEnroe said she'd be like number 700 in the world if she'd played on the men's. Dear John, I adore and respect you, but please keep me out of your statements that are not factually based, tweeted Williams, 35, who was out of action due to her pregnancy. McEnroe made the remarks during an interview with NPR's Lulu Garcia-Navarro, who asked McEnroe if Williams was the best tennis player in the world, male or female. She also savagely tweets back to respect who she is and her privacy while she's pregnant. Later, in an appearance on CBS This Morning, McEnroe refused to apologize for his comments, saying he didn't know it would cause controversy. 6. The not smiling press conference. Williams was asked why she wasn't smiling while discussing current events like competing against her sister, Venus, and tennis. Her response to the question, which was beyond obnoxious in any case, was flawless. Serena and Venus Williams' match was emotional and meant a lot to Serena. It could also have been the last time we saw them compete. It's vexing, especially at the end, when the reporter, rather than apologizing for asking a question he would never ask a male tennis player, congratulates himself on making Williams laugh half-heartedly. While she brilliantly expressed what women who hear that question every day are thinking, even if they don't say it out loud, she doesn't smile because she doesn't want to. And nothing is wrong with that. 5. Competing and winning in a 2-2. Serena Williams responded to outfit criticism by competing in the US Open in a 2-2. Serena Williams has responded in the most Serena Williams way possible to French Open officials criticizing her clothing at Roland Garros, by wearing a tutu to her first-round match at the US Open and winning in straight sets no less. The tennis legend received sharp criticism for allegedly breaking the dress code by showing up in a black body-hugging Black Panther-inspired catsuit during her match at the French Open. She took to the court at Flushing Meadows in a black one-shouldered tutu. Williams appeared unfazed by the French Open remarks, defeating Poland's Magda Linette 6-4, 6-0. Her sassy comeback, the perfect response to Guidicelli's statements, won many hearts on social media. There's no bowing down to a queen like Serena, after all. 4. Perfect response for people who call her manly. She shows a much healthier, more empowering mindset in the cover interview for the July 2018 issue of Harper's Bazaar UK. "It was difficult for me," Williams admitted. "People would say I was born a man because of my arms or strength. I was not like Venus. She was thin and tall and beautiful, and I'm strong and muscular and beautiful, but it was just a completely different experience." Bazaar then queried about the 2004 report in which Williams stated that one of her goals at the time was to reach a size 4. "Oh my god, I'll never be a size 4, Williams said. "Why would I want to do or be that? This is my weapon and machine," Williams continued, savagely pointing to her biceps. She then stated that she was glad she said that so Williams could show her daughter the growth in self-love and being content with who she is and how she looks. 3. On embracing your uniqueness. The athlete never fails to impress, both on and off the court, whether she's defying strict sporting dress codes, working to build schools in Jamaica, or speaking out in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Despite her unconventional rise to prominence, Williams has never hidden away from being a black woman in a predominantly white male sport. By being the African-American woman to win a Grand Slam tournament in the Open era, she changed the game for her community, becoming an icon and forcing people to reconsider their attitudes towards women in sports, particularly black women. Serena Williams will go down in tennis history as one of the best players. Still, her most lasting legacy is how she used her athletic success to improve women's lives, particularly black women. "As a black tennis player, I looked different, I sounded different, I dressed differently, I served differently. But when I stepped onto the court, I could compete with anyone," says Williams. 2. Teach body shamers to love themselves. Serena Williams has unfortunately faced a steady stream of body shaming from those who regard her muscles and power as manly. "I learned to love myself," she explained to GMA host Robin Roberts. "I've been like this my entire life, and I embrace myself and my appearance." She also remarks, "I love that I'm a full woman, and I'm strong, powerful, and beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that." Although the champion has received criticism on Twitter, her fans praise the athlete's physique. On the other hand, Williams isn't content to combat this hatred with body-positive slogans. She also avoids conversation about her body entirely to focus on what matters. As Williams stated, she should be remembered for her immense athletic talent and ability to inspire, not for her physical appearance. 1. Cup of coffee to the rescue. Williams was in Perth, Australia for a Hopman Cup match against Flavia Pennetta, and she could have been in bed. During the changeover, Williams asked the chair umpire if she could order an espresso. She was laughing about it, but the request was serious, and soon a cup was brought to her courtside seat. "I just asked them to get me a shot of espresso. I asked them if it was legal because I've never done it before. I needed to wake up," Williams remarks. Williams later joked it was miracle coffee. Serena Williams is a player who revolutionized women's tennis with her powerful style of play. She was also involved in fashion, beauty, and accessories ventures. She's also a sportswoman who, even before the judge on the court, stands up for herself and the black community she represents, and a badass player who always stands for gender equality both on and off the court. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos.